Welcome to Fragmental. An amusing take on random topics. So we were talking before this about figuring out what we want to talk about, and we were thinking about there's that show used to be on MTV. We started with that show on MTV, the Celebrity Deathmatch thing. So
Oh yeah, those were awesome.
yeah, I think they're bringing it back. That would be great if they did. I don't know.
I'd be down with it. There was there used to be a website called, I think it was Celebrity Slugfest,
Mm.
and you were like boxing, and you would box hit Z and X or whatever, and you would box against whoever, and they had a huge list of celebrities. It was awesome because I mean, like you'd see the progression where they looked all pretty, and then they had like a little bit of red on their face, like a black eye, one eye swollen. It was awesome. I mean, they had all kind like, and not just celebrities. Like there were celebrities, and then there were like, just assholes from the time, like Saddam and stuff like that. Like it was
That's
awesome.
hysterical.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I typed it in while you were talking. I typed it in Celebrity Slugfest, and it literally the one page is from November 7th, 1996, from the New York Times. Pummel your celebrity of choice.
See, I didn't make it up.
Yeah, this one's from 2018. That's on Reddit though. The internet's first game, Celebrity Slugfest, nostalgia.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So it makes you think about who would you match up from a celebrity perspective? So, because we're gonna kind of do our own celebrity, not really a death match, just who.
That's what I was gonna say. What's our criteria? Is there going to be a fight to the death? I mean, we can do that. Or is it just like till someone taps out, knocks out? Like, is there a boxing ref who's like, all right, let's get it on?
I think of it more like a UFC, right? So if you tap out or get knocked out, there's no reason to kill it. I mean, besides if we did Celebrity Deathmatch, we're just ripping off Celebrity Deathmatch. We're barely ripping it off now with our celebrity fights. So
yeah, I mean, I think
legally, I think we can get away with it.
So maybe if we were going to go deathmatch, we'd have to go like movie character then. So like if we wanted to say like, Commando against whatever, then we could probably John Rambo. We could probably do that.
We could use their real names. I just think the MTV might, all those MTV listeners that listen, all those MTV executives that are listening might have a problem with it. No, not deathmatch. Just celebrity tap out.
Just straight go.
That's what we'll call it.
Yeah,
just straight
celebrity tap out. I'm down.
You know what? You brought up one earlier. What was the one, the Jake Paul thing?
Oh, so this is actually real. So this isn't even just hypothetical. Is Jake Paul? I mean, I guess you could question if the other guy is pseudo famous. A guy named Ben Askren, who is a UFC fighter, like he's been a world champion mixed martial artist. So like anybody in combat sports, like he's a big time name. But like that's a lot of people use that as a barometer. Like if I say an athlete, if my wife knows who it is, he's big time, and if not, like she would have no clue. If I was like, "Hey, what do you think of Ben Askren?" She'd be like, "Sounds Swedish." Yeah. So I think that's about as far
gets
as
his ass kicked.
He's a legit badass. So I am looking forward to. I'm not going to pay money for it because that's stupid. I'm not going to pay $40 to watch freaking Jake Paul.
What's Jake Paul famous for again?
He's a influencer YouTube douche.
Oh, okay.
Like seriously, he does just these stupid pranks that aren't even funny. But you know what? Kids love it. So I mean, I can't. He's extremely douchey, but I can't be. It's not his fault. People are paying him millions of dollars for stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like on one hand, I hate him for it, but on the other, it's like, you know what? I mean, good for him. I guess he's from Cleveland also.
Well, okay, there you go. The fucking problem solved.
So, but yeah, like, so that's a real thing. It's going to be, so he beat, I want to say a couple months ago, an NBA player, Nate Robinson, who's like 5'7", like super small NBA player. But this dude had, like, he won a dunk contest. Like the guy is extremely athletic, can jump. And, he was saying like, I'm going to let him see, let this pretty boy from Cleveland take on a tough guy from Oakland. And the tough guy from Oakland got his fucking ass whipped. He got knocked out.
So
legit knocked out.
Jake Paul knocked him out?
Yeah. I mean, his Jake Paul's like stance and like the way he would swing his punches looked awful, but he connected and he was beating the shit out of Nate Robinson. It was one of those things like I think a lot of athletes were just disheartened. Like, oh yeah, this guy can't handle a professional athlete. He's got no idea what he's in for. Whap. Son of a bitch.
It's funny. I just pulled up something, celebrity boxing matches of all time. And the first two are is it Logan? Oh, Jake Paul versus, is Jake Paul related to Logan Paul?
They're brothers. But the
Oh,
thing is, I don't know who's who. They're not twins, they're just brothers, but
yeah.
I typically don't speak douche, so I don't know who's who. but but they're both, I mean, they're famous for the same shit.
Yeah, okay.
You know, just wacky. They're like wacky FM DJ, but on Instagram and YouTube.
They're called YouTubers who vlogs and make music videos and podcasts.
Okay.
There you go.
I just, you know,
Yeah.
I imagine they do the little joke and they're, you know, probably play a couple weird, you know, weenie in the butt sounds and
Meow, meow, meow.
on YouTube, YouTube.com. So in that case,
meow, meow, meow.
I got Ben Askren. I think because he's a trained fighter, even though he's not a trained boxer, I think he's going to absolutely beat the shit out of Jake Paul.
No, one would hope.
Right. Well, if not, it's going to be even more people. And then you got to start to say, like, is Jake Paul a legitimate tough guy? Like, man.
God damn it.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to give him credit for it, but I mean, you got to think it if he beats a professional fighter, even if it's not in his normal discipline. Like, UFC fighters are fucking tough, just all the way around.
Yeah, in general.
Right. Like those guys, you know, they leave a fight, their ear is completely swollen with cauliflower, their lip is split open, and it looks like, you know, at the end of a serpent's tongue or whatever, and they're just like, yeah, you know, it was a good round, man. I'm stoked, man. It was a lot of fun. And you're like, a lot of fun? Your bottom lip looks like raw meat, dude.
Hey, everybody has their own definition of fun.
But yeah, again, and that's why I'm saying, like, just fighters are tough dudes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I would go with the UFC guy. I would hope. I mean, the guys that the two Jake Paul, Logan Paul fights I see on here, they're fighting other YouTubers. Some guy named Deji, and then some KSI dude.
Yeah, it's all like,
no.
yeah, that's what it's been up to that point, up until he fought Nate Robinson. It's been mostly like, now Jake Paul against Dave from Boca. Yeah. You know, he's got a following now.
Some guy comes up, some old guy crawls up on his Woods walker.
It's got to be an old Jewish guy if it's Boca.
Yeah, exactly. It's Boca. I mean, come on.
Okay,
it's the dude from, it's the Eddie Murphy character from Coming to America. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you got? Like, whether it's real or fictitious, who do you got? Let's go ahead and throw one out there.
I'm going to be completely fictitious. So, you know, you got to take somebody. It's got to be like Katy Perry versus who's tough. Like what was that? The woman, the female wrestler. I can't think of her name.
Sensational Sherry?
No. You're going way back. Not that far. Oh, you know what? Like
China?
Like, China. There you go. China.
Oh, China. Is Katy Perry tough?
I don't think so.
Oh, China is eating her alive.
Yeah.
Possibly literally.
Exactly. I think China's dead though, isn't she?
I think she is, unfortunately. But she can still, in this fictitious, you know,
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's like you said, similar to Celebrity Deathmatch. That doesn't mean this is real. So,
right.
Okay, so China, ding, ding. I think China, like, what does Katy Perry bring to the table besides a nice rack?
I don't know. Maybe she's scrappy.
Maybe. She doesn't strike me as scrappy, though. I mean, her voice is a little grovelly, so maybe there's some depth, darkness there that she could tap into.
What if you take like Katy Perry and Jewel? Who wins that one?
Oh, see now we're talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think Jewel takes Katy Perry.
I mean, look, Jewel was homeless. So, I mean,
Yes.
she had to scrap for, probably
Yeah.
some 4-day-old ham.
She's from
Um,
Alaska.
oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, she literally knows how to live off the land and has cut down a tree beaver style, just like chomping on it.
That's why her teeth look that way.
Oh, man. People don't even know who Jewel is now, these young millennials, and they probably have no idea just how bad her teeth were. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And she was still,
She's loaded though,
oh,
I
yeah.
think.
And she's actually beautiful, though.
Yeah.
Like,
She's got a nice rack. That would be like that'd be like tits on tits. That'd be like the boob fight because they're both stacked.
Rack Off 2021.
Yeah, that'd be
So,
interesting.
yeah, I
That
think
would be an interesting one.
it would because, yeah, I think Jewel takes her. I think she's just got that
Do,
background.
do you do it because of the way they're both built? Do you do it in a ring or do you do it like a mud wrestling type?
Hey,
scenario?
this
Do you
is
do
your
it in
call. I mean, this is
Oh.
your, you can take this any way you want.
Well, I better stop because it's going to get real deep into my psyche, and I don't know if I want to let all of that out.
All right, so for the sake of this, we're just going to say Octagon in Palmdale.
Yeah,
There we go.
We'll just go Octagon. Let's stay with Octagon.
Well, I
wherever
mean,
that
we
may
take it
be,
wherever we
so.
want, but this one, we'll just, for the sake of safety, we're going to say Octagon in Palmdale. So the weather's nice, sunny, humid, isn't
What the
too
fuck
bad.
is Palmdale?
It's in Florida or California.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know where the hell it is. I just know Afro Man mentions it in the song Because I Got High. So it's, and he's from California.
It's got to be around LA.
Yeah, it's somewhere near LA. I imagine it's sunny, low humidity. Yeah, beautiful people. And a lot of weed in the atmosphere. So, and not a lot of guns because it's California. So yeah, I think you got it there. I think Jewel just does it. I think she, I think you can't overestimate the Alaska piece. Like that just makes you,
you can't.
Those guys are fucking tough, man. She actually, there's a show that my wife watches, and it's called like Alaska: The Great Frontier, and we've been it follows this family, and they got these awesome names. Like
that's her family.
Yes, that's where I was going with that. She was on one of the episodes, and my wife's like, "Holy shit, that's Jewel!" And I'm like, "What the hell would Jewel be doing with these yahoos?" And she's like, "Oh, Uncle Shatsu or whatever." And I'm like, "Holy crap! Like this is for real, her family."
Yeah,
yeah. So I Jewel all day long. She's got it. Okay, so where are we going next? So
it's up to you. It's on your plate.
Yeah, so let's go. I'm going to go action movie star. So we'll go old school, but these are in their primes. Okay, so we'll go Schwarzenegger, like Total Recall, 80, late 80s, like with the prime Schwarzenegger, and The Rock now, because I feel like, man, these guys, dude, that's
a good one.
Yeah, like God's blowing a load on that one. I mean, that's right there. Who the hell do you pick?
So, you know what? I gotta go with The Rock. I'm gonna go with The Rock on this one, not just because of the wrestling and of the football. I mean, Schwarzenegger's big and he's strong, but it was all bodybuilding, so he's just pumping weights.
Okay,
Rock's been hit.
So you're going like legit athlete because he was I think he was all conference defensive end at University of Miami. So like he is a legit, like very high level athlete.
He's one of the convicts.
Longest yard?
No. Remember that whole Notre Dame Miami game back in
he was,
80?
I thought that was after
Catholics
him.
versus
I thought he was after
before.
That. Yeah,
was before. He was after that. Yeah, I'm just going off of some knowledge.
But no, I mean,
my buddy played in that game.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that dude's he's got to have some awesome stories to tell.
Oh, he's got some great stories. So, all right, I'm going with The Rock just from the athletic side. You got to,
yeah. So if we're factoring in their prime, I'm also I'm going to say factor in what they are in movies, because that neutrals the playing field a little bit. Because I mean, Schwarzenegger was such a badass in his movies back then. Terminator 2, even though those are early 90s, but Terminator 2, True Lies, like, man, he was a friggin' badass.
Well, I mean, are you going off to like gross receipts or just like action?
No, just action.
Well,
Yeah, I can't,
well,
I'm not going to go. You know what? The
are you
only
adjusting for inflation?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say because I think The Rock may have the top dollar there, but you're right. Adjusted for inflation, and
You
I
never
also
know.
think the ROI based on the contracting. I think you'd have to. I'm gonna.
I know you're after this. After this, you're gonna go like look up the like total gross movies for Schwarzenegger and
then
adjust it for
I'm gonna
inflation.
break it down. This is why Schwarzenegger wins this head-to-head battle. Um,
Just to add, next week you'll be like, hey, just before we get started, I gotta,
I think it would be as tough of a like action hero battle as it can be, but I'm gonna say I am gonna give it to Schwarzenegger. He's Austrian, so the dude he's probably fights a little dirty. Like he knew people that did some really awful things in the 40s. Okay.
yes,
So
exactly.
I think that might be, he's the kind of guy where if The Rock's working on him, like he's gonna dig a foot into the ground and pull something out and hit The Rock with it. Like yeah.
Now you're pulling up like wrestling fantasies now at this thing. I think right?
No, because he would
Or like
really
with
hit
a
him,
rock.
not
Get him, hit him with a rock.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. So I think it's about as good of a battle as you can get. It's going to go all 5 rounds. It's going to have to go to the judges' scorecard, I think. Yeah, I don't think either of them tap because they're both legit badasses. So I'm gonna say the Governor pulls it out.
Okay, well, all right, we'll never know.
All right, who you got next?
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm as you're talking, I'm kind of scrolling to kind of pull some celebrities up. Martha Stewart versus Ariana Grande.
That's interesting.
She's been to prison.
Yeah, she's been to prison. Seasoned veteran.
And she's got the reach. She's taller, so she's got reach.
Ariana Grande is tiny.
Yes. So she's going to be able to get into areas that she's not. That Martha's not.
Yeah, but
ready
she
for.
grew up kind of in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. So
who?
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean I think that lacks a little toughness when you do that. But I mean, judging by all her new songs, I think everything flies for her in the bedroom now, which means she's got a dirty side to her. And I mean, singing about licking the bowl and the song 3435, which come on, it's 69. Let's be honest. She's not fooling anybody. Speaking of, how do you
I love you. Like, come on, it's 69. I'm like, well, math does work, but
if you carry the 3,
wait. So if I move,
I mean, you don't understand how troubling it is as a parent because like Ariana Grande is super cute. Like
but she's like 29, right?
I think she's older than you think, right? Like because she looks like she's 17. Like she looks super young, but I think you're right. I think she's mid-20s, upper 20s. But it's really awful, like because her songs are super catchy the way she sings them. And I'm notorious for not noticing words of songs. I think I've said that on here. And my kids are singing, and I'm like, what? Switch positions in the bed? What? Oh, I'm like, what the fuck is this doing on Hits 1? Like, isn't this on 2 Live Crew Network? Why are we?
It's on Playboy After Dark.
So now that I've heard some of that, there's some dirt there with Ariana Grande, which I think, which makes it a tougher battle than you'd think because she's also going to have stamina.
She also did date Pete Davidson, and come on, I mean you've got to have there's something going on there. So
is that mental toughness? Is that like him just whipping her with his dick? Like where are you going with that? I have no idea.
It's a combination of the two. By the way, she's 27.
Okay,
so I was close. And she's from Boca Raton.
Wow, and she's not Jewish. It's weird.
Well, maybe she is.
That's true. She goes by Ariana Grande, but her real name is Sylvia Finkelstein.
Maud Finkelstein.
Her name is 83, but she's actually 27. Oh, that's awesome. So who are we going
yeah,
with?
I was close. I said 29.
Yeah, so who are we going with?
I'm just gonna go with Martha. She's hanging out with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, yeah, good call.
You
I
got
think they both
the prison.
partake, so I think neither one of them are feeling any pain. But I think you're right. I think the prison and her ability to make a quiche on the fly is ultimately what gets Martha gets her the victory here.
I mean, she's gonna have like the Martha Stewart like shank. You know, what I mean, she's gonna have all of that. So
is she
she
describing it as she's beating Ariana Grande's ass with it? Like, so as you see, as you place a bow, and if you scrape it for 2 to 3 minutes, it turns into a perfectly fine pointed shank.
No, I'm gonna go with Martha on that one. Although, I mean, you never know. You got the age versus the youth, so maybe the stamina of Ariana will
Is Martha Stewart old guy strong though? You know what I mean? Like, you remember that as a kid, like messing with your grandpa, like, man, I could take this guy. And then he's like, can you? And you're like, Jesus, like fucking forearms. But what you don't realize is, dude, that's 60 years of beating off. He's been pounding pelv for so long.
But he's only strong with one arm.
You just got to stay away from grandpa's right arm, man.
Exactly. You just subdue the arm and it gets game on. But Martha's strong from lifting all of those pallets of money. You know what I mean? She's got, money weighs a lot, so she's lifting millions of dollars.
That's true. I mean, Ariana Grande is doing just fine, I think, financially as well. But
I'm not saying she's
but you're right.
But somebody else is lifting her money.
You know what? There you go. There you go, difference maker. All right, so I'm gonna pull up some history from the podcast here, maybe like 2 weeks. So we're gonna go with Selma Hayek against J-Lo.
Oh, Selma Hayek all day.
I mean, because you've got two smoking hot 50-year-olds. I'm not gonna lie. As long as one of their titties are completely out during the fight, I win. Yeah, I mean that's where it's got to go.
I'm only going. It's only Selma Hayek's titties coming out because J-Lo's not that. J-Lo, I'm gunning for Selma. Shit, I'll run in the ring and cut her shirt just to see.
So okay, then do I replace J-Lo with Elizabeth Hurley? I mean, is that?
Oh,
are we one. Okay? Let's do that. J-Lo, I think, is incredible, phenomenal.
No, not J-Lo. Selma Hayek and Elizabeth.
That's what I mean. Like we pull J-Lo out. She can. Yeah, I wouldn't pull out, but I mean, I lost the train of thought there. So she will actually be the ref. So there we go. J-Lo will ref this battle. Yeah, okay. Between Selma Hayek and Elizabeth Hurley. As long as a set of titties falls out, like we win. Like I'm paying.
It doesn't matter who wins.
Yeah, right. We win at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm paying $100 for the 4K on ESPN Plus or whatever.
8K. I'm getting 8K. I'm going with 8K.
Right.
I'm gonna go buy a new fucking
for
TV.
That. I will rent out Jera's World in Dallas so I can watch it on his, whatever 16K TV that is. Because so there you go. You've got Little Scrappy, both in amazingly good shape. Who wins that?
See, I was gonna go with Hayek on that one, but Elizabeth Hurley's British, and they're very stoic, but you can't knock them down. You know what I mean? Look at World War II as a prime example. They just kept coming. So I think it's
So
I think Hurley pulls it out.
So is Selma Hayek Puerto Rican or Mexican?
I think Selma Hayek's Mexican.
Okay, because I believe Puerto Ricans are a little more scrappy. So,
well, yeah, that's the J-Lo. I mean, that's the J-Lo piece.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Puerto Rican from the Bronx. J-Lo, I think, would be a lot tougher than people would give her credit for. But Salma Hayek, there's something there, and just her accent really, really gets me going. As well as pretty much everything else.
She's Mexican. She's Mexican. She's 54.
I mean, both of them are phenomenal. Has Hurley ever played like a tough character? Like, do we have any proof that she's physically tough aside from just being British? Because Salma Hayek, I don't remember really too many fighting.
She was
parts,
tough as shit.
I'm thinking Dust Till Dawn. Didn't she kill some?
Well, she was the badass in Dust Till Dawn. But I'm thinking of
Hitman's Bodyguard.
Hitman's
Yeah.
Bodyguard. She was a complete badass in
So
that.
man, I don't know that I'd be able to finish the fight. I'd probably have to excuse myself, which means I could miss the ending.
You've got 5'8" going against 5'2".
Who's 5'2"?
Hayek's
I didn't realize
5'2".
she was that short.
Same height as. Yeah, she's same height as my wife.
She's all titty. Wow. Did you ever see that?
Well, tits don't make her. Tits don't make her.
Did you ever see? This is completely different. The movie, Seth Rogen movie. I think it was Neighbors, where they bought the house next to the frat house.
Of it, yeah.
It was McLovin. It was in it, and he supposedly had a huge dick. And one of the guys goes to lift him up, and he's like, "God, you're so heavy. You must be all dick." and he throws McLovin, and as he's throwing him, he's like, "Thanks." So I just realized that 25% of Salma Hayek's weight is in her chest.
But I didn't give her weight. I just said she's 5'2".
I know, but that just means
it's
not equidistant there. I know equidistant isn't the right word, but equally distributed, whatever it is. I'm stumbling over myself here, but
yeah.
I think that this Hitman's Bodyguard and the Dust Till Dawn badassness, I think that
she was in Desperado too.
Yes. Yeah, I gotta go Hayek.
Okay.
Man, God, she's phenomenal.
Who's up, me?
Yeah, please. You might want to change the subject here.
Yeah, I gotta end.
You
this
might. Hey, we're gonna pause and we'll be back after.
And we're back.
Why do you sound so out of breath?
The next
about
You're yawning a lot.
So where do we go next? Celebrities span a big thing. Are there two athletes you always wanted to see just throw down?
Nah, I mean, you gotta think. The way I look at this is like I put like Salma Hayek and Elizabeth Hurley together. You got to think of like non-athletes, because the athletes are just anybody can win that one because they're just literally they're athletic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hence their name, athlete.
That's fair.
So I'm kind of staying away from like the I don't know, Antonio Brown versus JJ Watt or something like that, because that's just JJ Watt kicks his fucking ass,
right? But I know what you mean. Like that's still two world-class athletes going at it. I got you. Okay, so who you got then? Let's go back to.
So I'm kind of going off. I'm going like off the chain. So you got to have like Urkel versus Jaden Smith.
Urkel.
Steve, whatever his name is. The guy that played Urkel.
Jaleel White.
Although, you know what? It's Jaleel White, but Jaleel White's jacked now.
Yeah, that's why you got to go Urkel there. You got to go with the character. You got to go Urkel. Yeah. And who else did you say? Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith.
Oh, Urkel kid. All day. And because so Urkel, right? If you remember, was actually a really good basketball player. And there was an episode where somebody towel snapped him, and he took out the whole damn locker room at that point. I mean, he just completely Bruce Lee'd, but it was just towel snapping. He took out the whole room. So, I mean, I think he's a crafty bastard. And Jaden Smith, I really don't think brings very much to the table other than his parents.
Yeah, I don't know what
I refused to watch the Karate Kid he was in because it was like I didn't think there were enough special effects for me to believe he actually does karate. I'm just saying. I feel like Urkel wins in a landslide there.
All right. I don't even know where to go with that. I just kind of.
But I like where you were going with the thought, though. I do. Yeah.
I think if we're gonna do this, we got to do it like just way the fuck outside. Like that doesn't even make any sense. How the fuck did you two put that together? I'm like, well, this is what we do.
Okay.
So that's where my mind is.
Okay.
My mind's
I like
going,
that. But... So what if we go? Is it Jennifer Lawrence? Jessica Lawrence? Lawrence. The Hunger Games, right? So we'll go. Yeah.
You're back to the titty game again, aren't you? You're going.
She's. I mean, I think they're nice, but I mean, they're not Salma Hayek and Elizabeth Hurley. And I was going to go in a very different direction here. So we'll go J-Law against Elijah Wood. And I mean, typically, I'm very against any man putting his hand on a woman, um, but it's Elijah Wood.
But it's all
It's
theory. Yeah,
Elijah Wood. So
yeah.
I think there's an exemption here that a lot of people are willing to look past. So where do you go there? Where do you go?
You got J Lo You got J Law in the Hunger Games. You've got. I mean, she's done some action stuff. She played that Russian spy.
Okay.
That was pretty badass. And then, I mean, Elijah Wood. What has he done? He's he was
Lord of
in
the
that.
Rings? What were you gonna say?
Well, yeah, but Sin City. Do you see
No,
him
I
in Sin
haven't
City? He was
seen
like a
that.
cannibal. You haven't
No,
seen Sin City?
you chastised me because I'm a huge Jessica Alba fan, and you said she's a stripper in that, which really
Yes.
makes me hate myself that I have not seen this movie.
It's Rosario Dawson is in it.
Man, she's phenomenal as well.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Wood's in that?
You got to go watch it. Yeah, Elijah Wood's in that. He has a small part in it, but he was like a cannibal.
Yeah, because he just eats whatever he can because he's fucking Elijah Wood. But so again,
I don't know. I mean, I think you know what? I think I'm gonna go Elijah Wood. I mean, he stood up to the orcs. You know, he went all across the Shire.
Across the Shire.
And he did it on his own. I mean, the dude is like 3 foot tall in that movie. So,
okay.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Elijah Wood in a surprise.
Okay. Yeah, because I would think J Law would be the favorite there. Like, you know, in Vegas, I think it's good money on J Law.
I think, and I think they're roughly the same height.
That's what I was envisioning. And then I've seen those ads. I never pick them, but it makes it look like, you know, want to see J Law when she lived in a trailer when she was 17. Oh, yeah. Click here, and I don't click there because I don't want spyware and malware. But if she really is from there, then that means she's got some darkness that nobody's tapped into yet. Which means she's, you know, she'll Novak Djokovic a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm putting the money on J Law.
Oh, J Law's got 5'9" to 5'6", so they're right in that range.
That's what I mean. I thought build is similar. I mean, obviously she's got a better rack than Elijah Wood does, but that's what I mean. Just body type, I think is pretty close. I'm going J Law though. I think it's a tough. I think it'd be a tougher battle than I would have thought betting it, but I still, at the end of the day, I think she's dirty enough to pull it off. Okay. All right. So there we go. I just threw the gauntlet down. Where are you going next?
I'm going to go the gauntlet. Who's the dude that played Rudy? We'll stick with
Sean
the
Astin.
Lord of the Rings theme. Sean Astin versus Emma Stone.
Sean Astin was so crafty in the Goonies, though, man.
He was fucking Rudy. I mean, motherfucking Rudy.
Yeah, because that's the kind of style that I am in a fight. Like you're gonna have to beat me up. Like you're gonna have to knock me out or kill me before I'm gonna stop coming. So I think you're right. That's how Rudy was. Like he was 5 foot nothing.
Yeah.
Right. 100 nothing. That's exactly what what Rock told him in the movie Rudy. You're 5 foot nothing. So yeah, he was scrappy. And who'd you say? Emma Stone?
Yeah, Emma Stone.
She's the redhead Emma Stone, right?
Yes, the redhead Emma. The only redhead Emma Stone. I don't know.
Well, there's another. Maybe it's Emma Roberts. There's another Emma something actress.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to make sure that I get the right visual there.
Yeah, she was in Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah,
she was in something else, something with an A. Scarlet
was
Letter.
She? Oh, Easy A. Yeah. It was the modern version of Scarlet Letter. I got you. Yeah. So that's what I really like her. I think she's a really good actress. I think she's cute. Seems like she has an amazing personality, but what I don't see there is toughness. Unless being a redhead makes you tougher. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know.
I don't know how the gingers.
But Astin, so. I think again that Rudy, the craftiness and the unwillingness to give up, I think is just, it's the equivalent of a rabbit fuck. It just keeps going. Like as fast as it can, it's just pumping away. Like I think.
So do you, in that same vein, that's like the British. So what about Astin and Elizabeth Hurley? Who wins in that one? I got to.
Does,
You know what?
as I say, he's going to get lost in the cleavage. I mean, I'm sorry, he's just
somewhere. That's gonna. Yeah.
All right, who?
What Jennifer Aniston and Elizabeth Hurley. There's a couple of 50-year-olds going at it too.
Again, I think we all win. It depends on where the venue is, but I think that's where you go back to your mud wrestling. I think we all win. I do think Jennifer or Elizabeth Hurley, because as much I'm a huge Jennifer Aniston fan, but she's never done well in a movie as the headliner. And I think because of that, Elizabeth Hurley takes her.
Okay.
Did I stump you?
I just no, you kind of did. You're like, not a headliner in a movie. I'm like trying to rack my brain where she was the headliner. Although she did a pretty good job in what was that Kill Your Boss movie?
Oh,
Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, phenomenal. But being able to take dick-shaped objects, I don't know that makes her better in a fight. Although a girl who lived in a trailer who fucks many, many men probably does have a layer of toughness that no one else has.
Where'd you get that
from?
No
idea.
That was you're back to the J-Law story.
Yeah,
that was I think going back to those.
There's
ads
just
on
again
J-Law.
there's a mode of toughness that comes with low income folks that had to grow up in a trailer.
But we're talking about Elizabeth Hurley and
Jennifer
Aniston, not J-Law and Jennifer Aniston. Dude, come on, fucking snap.
I don't.
Let's go.
I'm still staying with Elizabeth Hurley. I just don't think Jennifer Aniston has done well enough as the lead in a movie that she could find a way to pull it off.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Who do you got?
I'll give you that one.
Who do you got? You never said. You let me say who's going to win. Are you just agreeing with me because my logic was so sound?
You stumped me with the logic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a you know what it's like. I feel like what's his name in what was the I can't think of fucking movie names. The not Homeschool, but Old School, where the Carvel. He's like, he's right. We got nothing.
That's actually a perfect answer. Okay, yes. So we'll go with I think maybe two of the better drivers in our day. So if we were to say, I can't say Dale Earnhardt Jr. and say better driver. So I can't. I'm sorry there. You know what? Okay, so here we go. Emerson Fittipaldi, because he's as good of a driver as you get in Formula One. And then Tommy Lee, because of his ability to drive a boat with his dick. I mean, he's second to none in that realm. I think you've got two of the better drivers. I think you got to let him go.
Tommy Lee all day long. I mean, he whips the dick out and just
all day long. Well, good choice of words, my friend. Okay, so here we go. Do we? Okay, let's flip the script on that. I just wanted to find a way to throw boat driver in there. So let's go legit hair metal guys. Tommy Lee and come on, the guy, the Poison singer. Why can't I think of his name right now? They both fucked Pamela Anderson on video.
Oh, that's right. God
damn it.
Fuck, what is his name?
God, we're old.
I know.
God damn it. We're going to need you to cut some of this audio out.
I wanted to go.
There you go. Brett Michaels, Tommy Lee. I think that's a good one.
Oh, that is a good
Brett
one.
Michaels, isn't he from Texas a little bit? So he's got a little bit of that.
He's from Mechanicsburg.
Boy, was I wrong.
You were half the country off. That wasn't like isn't he like from I don't know, like DC? No, he's from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
You're like, oh, okay, I can see it. Delaware. I mean, you're like, dude, what the fuck? These from Texas.
So let's change the subject here. Let's get back to the matter at hand. Tommy Lee, Brett Michaels, two, like at the height of their careers, like I'd say two of the bigger stars in hair metal. Both nailed Pamela Anderson on camera. So, I mean, you got to keep in mind, back in the late 80s and 90s, Pamela Anderson was the gold standard. So, like, they definitely...
Yeah. And those fucking video cameras were like the size of a they were
so
huge.
You've got, they were at the top of the mountain there, top of the food chain. Who do you go with there?
Tommy Lee. I go with
Is
Tommy
it
Lee.
all based on dick? Be honest here, Dave.
No.
No disrespect to Brett Michaels. I'm sure it was fine, but
no
if that tells you
disrespect.
anything, I don't remember his sex tape.
I just think Tommy Lee's he's just the bigger badass. They're all fucked up, the drug use, all that. He's just more hardcore. I just think he's more hardcore
He
than
definitely
Brett Michaels.
has like that 80s, early 90s bad boy. I do think Tommy Lee is exactly what the women wanted to bring home and every dad was afraid of. Certainly after they saw the video.
Yes.
Oh, so not only does he have all the tattoos and piercings, he's got a foot-long fucking dong. So, okay. That's plus he's a drummer. I feel like there's something drummers, I feel like the singers are a little more pretty boy. I think your drummer's a little, yeah.
Yeah. You gotta go with Tommy Lee in that one.
All right. Maybe it wasn't as good of a matchup as I thought. That son of a bitch.
Nah. I got a good one for you. Okay. I got a good one for you. Halsey versus Kim Kardashian.
Oh, come, dude. Are you even being real? Do you know it's Halsey? All day long.
That's true.
Kim Kardashian doesn't want to fight.
Yeah, let me back this up. I'll change. We'll go back a little bit. Halsey, Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay. All right. There's a lot of pain in Halsey's lyrics.
There's some serious.
She has been through some battles, literally and figuratively. And the Beeve is a punk. He's taller. He's got the reach. He's got the reach advantage. Although I believe he's only 5'8". I just think Halsey is really tiny.
I think Halsey is really. I think Halsey is like 5.
Yeah, I think she's tiny. She's maybe 105 pounds, which Beeve is 115 himself.
5'4".
Okay, she's taller than we thought. Beeve's probably 115 pounds, so I think they're both in the same weight class. Yeah,
He's Canadian on top of it.
Yeah, so he's
Canadian.
quick.
He's 5'9".
Wow.
There's a 5 inch difference.
Got some reach. But Canadians are quick to throw the towel in. It's more,
and they're super. Yeah, he'll be saying sorry every time he gets hit in the face.
Unless, hey, if he can turn it, where Beebe really has a chance is if he can turn it into a dance battle. Because now he's got some good moves there. He could tap into that 14-year-old version of himself. I think he could really level the playing field. Whereas, when I look at Halsey, I don't see the dance. Her movements are phenomenal, but her voice is even better. That makes it tough. I'm going to go Halsey. I'm going Halsey.
I got to go Halsey all day long. I think he's all tatted out. But
I think so too. I think it's all henna. I think he's fucking full of shit.
Halsey's got that short haircut, so you really can't grab her hair.
Yeah, you can definitely grab Beebe's hair.
She looks scrappy. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I think
so too. I think she's again back to that. She grew up. I think she probably had a tough upbringing. Clearly, from her lyrics, she's been disrespected by a lot of fucking people.
And she's going to bring it out.
I think so too.
Bieber. She's going to let it all get out on Bieber. I think and if that were to actually happen, her career goes downhill because then all that anger is away and she's happy, which is good. But
it's a good call.
The lyrics,
I think she comes out of the gate, lands a double leg, and just starts raining elbows. I think she's a surprisingly good athlete as well.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm going Halsey.
So, all right, I'm going to stick with the inappropriate theme here. And I think we're going to say big dick black guy. And man, I can't think of any big buff porn guys' names. I just see dong there, unfortunately. Ron Jeremy in his prime, because in his prime he was actually had the physical You know, he had a little bit of muscle tone to him. I think it was only from like 82 to 83, but there was a time that he wasn't just all dong. He actually had some. Well, I can't say he had girth. I mean, that clearly is big dick black guy. Let's be honest. Can you think of another porn guy that goes in there, or do we just have to roll with Jeremy because we don't know any others?
I think we gotta roll with Jeremy. I don't really memorize the
I know, that's what I mean. It's more of I'm usually like, dude, can you like go fuck the chick in the background so I can look at her? I want to watch the two of them go at it, not you. Thanks. You're right. Like, I just needed you to warm them up. They're gonna take it from here. So yeah, I mean, who do you got there? I mean, is Ron Jeremy because he's from the 80s? Does he have scrappiness to him, or is it just the girth all the way around of big dick black
guy? It's this big dick. I think it's big dick black guy. I mean, just the size alone. And he looks like he's been in a fight.
Well, he's muscular too. Like, he's definitely not like, he's not all dong. I mean, it's hard to say that, but yeah, I mean, he's probably 230 pounds. Like, he's a big dude.
Yeah. I mean, and you're wheeling all that weight around, so I mean, that's probably why.
He's squatting 55 pounds just when he steps up off the couch.
Easy. Yeah, I'm going big dick black guy.
That's
definitely
yeah. I mean, it sounded like it was going to be a lot better in my head. No pun intended.
Right. All right.
All right, we gotta. Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say, we got to get to the headliners now. Like, we got to have just some. We got to close strong here.
I'm gonna go Justin Timberlake against Sam Smith.
See, that's. I mean, big JT fan of, like, as a performer. I don't see toughness there though. Like, I would never.
He's playing some harder characters.
I still find that to be very unbelievable. Like, when he was in the movie Alpha Dog, and he was acting all tough, I'm like, does the audience know that's Justin Timberlake? Again, great dude. Seems like an amazing guy, and might be one of the best performers in the game. Great singer, good hair. Like, I mean, he's got so much going for him in life. I think he's so good at everything else. He doesn't need to be tough. We all know it's not real tough. And then Sam Smith, I don't see toughness either. I just see God-given pipes.
I'm gonna go with JT. I don't think.
I don't think he's got a fighting ounce to him, but I think he could hit a note that could bust an eardrum though.
That's true. You could blind him.
Yeah,
or make him deaf.
I mean, that blind him. So if I keep the same theme, so this is a round robin fight. Okay. So JT makes quick work of Sam Smith. So he gets a day off. He's ready. He's ready to go to the next day. Justin Timberlake and Usher. Who wins that?
I don't even think I think it's 5 rounds of them just fucking dancing around the.
But you know what I mean? Like, I think they're similar body types. Usher might be a little bit taller. They both in incredible shape. Incredible dancers.
Right.
Usher, as good of a dancer as JT is, I got to give to Usher though on the dance front. I think he might have him a little bit. Incredible singers. Usher might be the best R&B singer of the early 2000s. Man, it's a tough.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go. And Timberlake's from like Tennessee.
I have no idea where Usher's from.
So
he's a part owner of the Cavs, though. So at least we know he respects athleticism.
Right.
And
he is from. Usher is from Dallas.
Does the Texan? Does that add a level of toughness there that good old honky tonk Tennessee doesn't?
It's Dallas though, and if I'm pulling up Timberlake now, Timberlake's from
Memphis. Memphis is tough. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. That's some information.
Yeah, that's a game changer.
Right. Yeah, Timberlake.
I'm
Memphis
gonna go.
Is tougher.
You know what? This is just such a close call. I'll go Usher just so one of us wins a bet and the other one loses.
There we go. And then
Yeah,
the
I'm
winner
down
takes
with
the
that.
other
I'll take Usher there. I think,
one.
man, that's almost even money. You know what I mean? Like that's almost
Yeah, kind of. You got to give Memphis a
Oh
leg up though.
yeah,
over
and
Dallas,
Memphis is
I think.
tough as fuck. So I agree with you there. Man, that's a good. That might be the best one we've had so far. Okay.
I got a good one. I just thought of a good one.
Yeah,
We're
we
getting
got
the
to go
headliners
big
'cause
time. We're
starting
in
to
the
get towards
last
the end of
probably
this.
10 minutes here. We got
Yeah,
to start winding down. Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Mm,
Beyonce versus the new Adele, the new
mm,
thin Adele.
okay. Mm,
Both great pipes.
amazing
Both can sing.
pipes. So we know Adele's thin now. So we know she's had to have
Hmm.
worked out.
She's been hitting
Have
the
we
gym and the weights.
seen
Yeah.
have we seen her in action though working out? Have you seen anything, any hint about you have? Okay.
Yes, I have seen her. I have seen
Okay.
her in the gym working out.
Because
She
I
was some
haven't,
special or something.
and I have seen Beyonce shake her hips, and good Lord Jesus, that's incredible.
And also, you know what? I threw that out there thinking maybe Adele could pull this off. We're back to the British, the stoic
British,
British.
and
They
Beyonce's
won't
from
go. They
Houston,
won't go
another
away.
tough city. So there you go.
Yes. On also, she has lessons from her sister kicking the shit out of Jay-Z. So
I do.
remember that
I
in the
do.
elevator.
And what we don't know is, did her sister give her lessons, or was her sister trained by Beyonce all these years and is just a caged, just
That's what
was
I'm.
just
I
had that
don't know.
rage in there that was just ready to come out. And poor Jay-Z, Jesus.
I'd love to know what was going through his head. Like, what the
What was going
fuck
through
is
his
going
head?
on here?
His sister-in-law's foot, because
Right.
she was just
Yeah. I mean, kudos to Jay-Z because he could have hauled off and just fucking dropped her, but he
yeah.
didn't. So he just kind of
That's a good. You
dealt
know
with
what? I'm gonna say, was it Solange? Was that her name? Her sister's name? Solange.
Yeah.
I'm
Solange.
gonna say she
Yeah.
was trained by Beyonce. Again, Beyonce's
All right.
hips need to have an insurance policy. They're that incredible. I think that's a difference maker. I mean, she can shake those things. I don't know that Adele could not stare at him, to be honest with you. I really don't. I mean, Beyonce's, there's a reason she's got the Bayhive or whatever they call it. She's pretty phenomenal.
I don't know how Adele's from Tottenham, so I don't Tottenham. So
I was going to say, is that the British? What? Hold on. Like,
no. I think she's got like a Cockney accent, so she's kind of, that's a rougher
okay. So
neighborhood.
is that the
sure.
Solkmaduk? Is that the like same vein there?
No, that's up north. That's
Okay.
That's Birmingham.
All right. I'm not saying.
Okay. So you've got. Oh, hang on a second. I didn't see her.
No. I mean, I'm going to say this, 5'9", and a lot of people are going to hate me for it. If I just had two of the best female voices in the game right now, Adele might have her slightly on the singing voice, but I believe Beyonce's ability to dance and dance for a long period of time is the difference maker. I think she wears her down.
Singing from a voice perspective, I think Adele takes her easy. I don't. I mean, Beyonce's got a good voice, but I think Adele takes her easy. And a scrap, she's 5'7".
I've seen Beyonce shake it for an entire 9-minute music video.
So she can just. I mean,
that's what I mean.
She's
just got the stamina.
I mean, she's just got the stamina.
I think she's gonna. Yeah, I think Adele's gonna wear out. I think.
So you've got. So we're at the point where like Family Guy, where Tyson gets beat by Carol Channing, where Carol Channing just beats the shit out because she just keeps getting up.
The Homer Simpson effect.
So that's the. Yeah, so
I think so.
Beyonce
too.
Just outlasts.
Man, that's a tough fight too. I think it goes 5 rounds, but I think at the end of the day, when they start the championship round, I think you just see a level of energy still there with Beyonce that's just not going to be there with Adele. There's not enough Gatorade to bring her back that quick, Dave.
Okay. All right.
All right.
That's
I'll go.
Fair.
This will be. Fair. We're getting close to time. This will be my headliner. Okay. Michael Jordan. Never mind. You said no athletes. God damn.
You can, well, if you want to do that, that's fine. If that's
I
like you've
haven't
already
planned
kind
any
of
of this.
planned
It
out
just
as your
kind of
big
popped in my head right at
headliner.
the moment. So,
Oh, okay.
um,
This is our show. We haven't
I
planned
was
any of
gonna
it.
say maybe I need to go a different. I was gonna say Jordan against LeBron, fight wise.
Yeah, I figured. But you got to pick something else because that's just
Yeah,
in
but
the
they're
news
talking
like almost
about
every day. That
okay.
question's
You
asked
know what?
both
That
of
was
them.
a setup for me. I know for a fact Jordan takes him out in the first fucking round. Like I think it's a better basketball game than it would be a fight. Okay, I'll okay. I'll
Oh, okay.
All right, give me a second. If you've got another one, let it rip.
No, I got another one. So I've got, what about
Okay,
Leo
man,
DiCaprio?
big name there.
Yeah, big name. I was gonna go Gosling, but I'm gonna go Brad
I
Pitt.
actually thought you were going to go there. You've got two of the biggest names in the game, and we're talking about their physical primes here because of just where we can.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got two guys in great shape. DiCaprio, one of the better male actors of our time. I mean, Fight Club. Do you think there was something there? Or is that all special effects?
No. He did that. Well, what was the movie he did? And he was like the Irish guy, nobody can understand him, or the Scottish guy, nobody can understand him.
Thelma
And that's all he
Louise?
did was fight. No, Thelma and Louise.
I don't know. You're gonna say it, and it's gonna drive me nuts. But
yeah, it's like one word. It was a Guy Ritchie film. Let me say Pitt. Let me just look it up.
no. So I mean, I can certainly break some of it down. I do think even at their physical primes, I think he was a better physical specimen than Leo was. Like when I look at DiCaprio, I don't like he doesn't piss toughness. I think he can act his way through anything. I think he could act tough, but when I see him, I don't. Even though in Departed he was tough as nails, I think Pitt's tougher. Okay,
Snatch. He was in Snatch.
I think I
you
did, but like years ago.
He was in what was the movie that he got? He was the gambler that and his brother back in the 20s. So river runs through it.
That's what I mean. Like I think there's more toughness there with Pitt.
Yeah. Fuck, he was in Troy. Yeah, you know what? That's a bad one on my part.
You know what though? But I mean,
think Pitt takes him all day. I mean, I think
you went two premium names. I can't be mad at you for it.
I mean, he was in Fury. I got all of his movies up right now. That's why I'm naming him off.
No, and he was not
Ocean's 11. He was in 7.
Yeah. Well, that part actually might take the toughness level down a little bit, but yeah, I think he's got it. Okay, so in that same vein, I'll go my headliner. Yes, right. Russell Crowe.
This will be the last one.
Ooh, I can't remember. Was it Gerard, the guy from 300? Gerard Butler. I feel like that's a really even match. That's a really even matched fight. Jesus.
Yeah.
Like they're both physically big. We know, I don't know that he's won all his fights, but Russell Crowe is known as being a prick who likes to fight. South Park even did a spoof.
Australian.
And Gerard Butler's just a badass in almost every movie he's in. Yeah, they're both big dudes.
6'2". He's a big guy.
And they both play the character well of just like the gritty, tough guy who's, down on his luck. He's got to rise above to save his ex-wife. One of
he's got to rise above to save
one of
his
my
ex-wife.
ace voiceovers involves 80s and 90s style action movies. But I do, man. I think
shame there's not a field for that.
But they've both been in those type of gladiator type movies. I mean, yeah.
I mean, he was badass in 300. Butler, and Crow was pretty badass in that. What the hell was the name of that movie where he was they flew to like Mexico or something, and he saved.
I don't remember.
Family.
But I mean, but the point is, I think they ooze a level of toughness. And I don't think it's just Hollywood fake toughness. I think those guys are scrappy.
And you know what? And kudos to him that he was in Les
He
Miserables or
did.
something, and
Oh,
he singing, and he
man.
doesn't have that great voice. Proof of
But
life.
going to Les
He was in Proof
Miserables,
of
that
Life.
shows death.
So
I mean, that's he could peer he could
yeah,
peer he could peer
whether you
away
have it or
his
not.
way out of a knee bar there. So if like Butler's going for the knee bar, he's got him down. I think he's going to pirouette out of it, a la Les Miserables. I don't remember any of the songs off the top of my head from Les Miserables, but he's probably going to throw a good dance number in there that's going to confuse Gerard Butler for a minute.
I think his singing alone will just confuse.
Yeah, that
Gerard
would.
Butler.
Gerard Butler, like he always seems to save the day. He saved the president twice.
3 times, I think, right? Or was that the
okay?
British
The
guy?
point. Okay, so he has
Didn't he
saved
do one in London?
world leaders 3 times. I mean, come
Leaders.
on, that's pretty badass. There, I just watched a movie like 2 weeks ago where he ran down some of the most badass bank robbers I've ever seen. Man, you know what? Okay, is a lot of haymakers thrown there. I think they're both too strong for it to go 5 rounds. It's probably a 3-round slobber knocker. But I believe Gerard Butler, in an effort when Russell Crowe throws a pirouette, he throws a haymaker that Gerard Butler is able to kind of catch with his left hand, nails a right uppercut right on the button on the chin, and knocks him out. No, Gerard Butler.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe throws the haymaker.
Oh.
And Gerard Butler catches it slightly with his left right uppercut. And I think that's enough.
Oh, right.
I think he does it. And then I think he farts on him for good measure after he hits the ground. I mean, that's how, in my household, that's how you knew a fight was over, when somebody busted ass on the other. Just saying.
Okay. I don't. I've had trying to pull a joke out there, and I don't have anything. It just that you literally took the air out of me.
That's what the fart's usually about. But
exactly. You're welcome for that one. All right. So we could go on all night.
I think we're at time here. Probably a few minutes. We probably went about 3 minutes further, but. I think it was good. I think we also, I really learned the depth of our analysis as fight enthusiasts. Yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to send this off and try to work my way back into the voiceover circuit, possibly as a fight announcer.
Yeah, I don't think you talk fast.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. I think it's just because that's what I say.
Voice
I think
is good. You got the speed. You know where you'd be good?
Oh, because I could whisper, and then you got to speak into the mic a little bit, so you give it the now lining up on the putting green. He pulls back slightly, wrong video. Pulls back slightly. Oh, and he strokes it ever so slightly. It's going to the left. It's curving. And he sinks the hole. Yeah, I think I could do it. I think it's just the whisper that makes the voice. And it makes the voice even better, a little bit deeper.
Well, you don't have to whisper.
But they do.
I mean, if you're standing next to them, you do. But if you're in the booth,
that's one of my favorite parts of golf announcers. Like Jim Nance will be like, "Well, how's it going, Jim? Oh, he's on the tee box, and now they all whisper, and we're like,
right. They're over the 18th green. I mean, they can hear you from the 18th green, so that's why they're whispering. The guy in the 15th hole is just fucking
all
talking.
Of them. So even Jim Nance is looking at the teleprompter, and he's like, "And now on the 7th tee box, hold on, guys, we got to get a little rowdy here on 7th tee box." Oh, and he just really let that one rip. That's easily 340. Okay, now I'm going to prove you wrong, but that's okay.
All right. So we're going to wrap this up. So again, we're Twitter, Facebook. No, not Facebook. What are we? Twitter, the web.
Fragmental.co, our website.
But
as always, send us a line.
Right?
Who would be your favorite celebrity battle? Let's hear what you got, folks. Thanks, Dave.
All right. Thanks, Mike.